everybody, it's Gambo and I am back. So today we are going to be doing obviously a makeup tutorial. My face is only partially attempted at. Today I wanted to try out a new glitter primer that I just recently got. I want to see if I like it. So today we'll be doing an eyeshadow tutorial that is a glitter look. I'll go ahead and get started and you guys can check it out here. Alright guys, so first I start off with my concealer. Here I'm using L'Oreal Infallible concealer. It is a full wear concealer, a little bit more paler and yellow than I normally go with, just because my skin is a little bit lighter in the winter time, but also this is a good nice white color to use as a base for the colorful look that I'm going for. And I'm just using my finger to pat down the concealer on my eyelids. I don't really use a brush until the end when I brush off the excess product, just because I feel like it blends a little bit better into my skin. And I just didn't have my blender on hand basically. Okay, and now I'm taking a brush and I am going in an eyeshadow brush. Really can be any kind of brush that you have that doesn't have any product on it, and getting that excess product off of my eyes. Okay, now I am going in with an eyeshadow brush. I typically like a smaller brush to use for the base darker color of my cut crease. I'm going in with kind of a middle purplish color. I am gonna go back in with a darker purple color later, but I do want to just get this initial purple color that'll go behind my cut crease out of the way first. And what I like to do, this is individual for every person, go and feel my eyeball with the brush before. You don't see me doing it here just because I've done cut creases before on myself. But if you go through and just feel where your eyeball is before you put the eyeshadow on, then you'll kind of know where to put that outer circular color that's gonna go behind your cut crease. I mean, of course, if you want to do like a cat eye or a different kind of design, then you can definitely space it out differently, but what I like to do is feel where my actual eyeball ends basically, where my eye socket is, and I fill in around that with eyeshadow. Alright, and then once you do both eyes with that purple color using my Take Me Back to Brazil palette, once you go through with that purple color, you are going to take an even smaller eyeshadow brush. Notice that my brushes are going from medium small to like eventually it'll go to extra small to the lightest color, just so that I can get a nice blend. They kind of represent like how much space that particular color I'm using on that brush is going to take up. And I'm going in with the pink color on blending that in with that purple color on my eyelids, and it's going to go on both eyes. Typically you would want to do both eyes at the same time, just if you don't have a whole bunch of brushes on hand. If you have only like 3-4 brushes, because that's what came in a pack that you have, then do your purple color on one eye and then do your purple color on the other eye, and then move on to the next color in your crease. And I'm so sorry y'all, I had no idea that my camera was not like automatically focusing. Man, I know I'm so aware that I need a more expensive camera, but this one is working just fine for the moment. So just bear with me. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. I think everything does look pretty visible, but you know, lo siento. So yes, we're going through with this pink color, and what I like to do is pat pat and then swipe in very circular motions to get the faded outward look. But initially I like to pat the color on. I just feel like it makes it more pigmented than like brushing it, because when you brush it, you're kind of brushing it away, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going in with both brushes on both eyelids, and what I've been doing here is going back and forth between the purple and the pink color just to get a nice blend. You don't want it to look like one line on top of the other, so you want to just pat and then move in circular motions lightly to blend those together. Okay, so now I'm going in with an even smaller brush. It's like a Russian doll, with these two lighter pink colors for the very last outward part of my crease. And of course I'm using that slightly darker pink color first, and then going back over with a lighter pink color, just to give a continued ombre faded out look. For this look, I wanted the purple to be like most apparent, and I wanted the pink to kind of be like a little splash on the very end. I didn't necessarily want them to be equal in the amount of space on my eyelid. So that is why this pink color is kind of like the very end, because the glitter that I'm using is pink, so I didn't want too much pink to be in the look. Okay, and I'm looking like a zombie, but it's coming together. Okay, so now we're gonna take that same L'Oreal concealer, and you're gonna put it on your already shaped brush. Now there's this YouTuber that I watched her video on shaping my contour brush in particular. I cannot for the life of me remember who it is right now, but I can put it in the description for you. But definitely, if you aren't feeling that video, or you can't find it, or I can't find it, definitely just look up online shaping a brush for contour. I mean, not contour, for your cut crease. How to make a cut crease brush, how to shape it so to get it nice and skinny. Pack it on your eye, and we're going to take the concealer, and you are going to pat that on the very tip of your cut crease brush. And like I was saying before, feel along your eyeball. Feel where your eyeball begins and ends, and where your eye socket starts to turn from like hard to fleshy. And that's where you'll know where to put your cut crease. Before, when I first started doing cut creases, they were either like too high, which made me look like a clown, or too low, which would be cute for some looks. But like when I really wanted that like bubble eye look, I don't know how else to describe it. I realized that like I really just need to feel along my personal eyeball, because of course all of our eyes are made differently. So you are gonna get, for myself in my cut creases, I like to get a fair amount packed on that brush so that I can literally just be making a line. It's like drawing like with ink back in the olden days where they used to like dip their pen in physical ink and then write. It's kind of like that for me. And great, we have one eye done. It's looking beautiful. On to the next eye. And before my cut creases, what I like to do also is make sure that my cut crease brush is straight. There's no flyaway hairs. I like will press it down with more eyelash glue or more concealer to make it nice and super skinny. And y'all, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to talk less, make my introduction like a lot shorter, because I have been getting some comments on my other videos and just from my friends who watch my videos. They're like, girl, they're good, but you talk too much, so shh, and get to the point. So I'm trying to get to the point, y'all. All right, and as y'all can see, be very careful when you're putting the concealer on your eyelids, because like you can see, I kind of messed up on one area where I lifted my eye up too much because I was trying to be funny and some of the concealer got on the eyeshadow on the top of my eyelid. So definitely make sure that your cut crease fully dries before you start moving your face and your eyes around and trying to do other things, because it will come back to bite you in the butt.
Alright, now just like our original base of concealer, you're going to take another bare brush, preferably pretty small so that you don't get concealer on the wrong part of your eye, and pat that excess product off. That's going to prevent that extra creasing like I just did in the clip before. That's going to prevent that mistake from happening and you having to like redo that eyeshadow up there. So I tap that off. And now I'm taking this this glitter primer that I saw and got from Walmart. Y'all know I love my makeup drugstore products. So I've never used this glitter primer before, so what I'm doing is putting it on my hand to test out the consistency of the products, and also I'm gonna use it off of my hand. And also what I'm doing is I have an eyeshadow kit with different brushes in there, and one of the brushes is called a glitter topper, so it's made specifically for chunky pieces, chunky glitter, chunky, that's the only thing else I can think of that would be chunky you would be putting on your face, but like literally just glitter pieces. It has like a silicone edge to it that I personally really like. So I'm tapping the product onto this silicone topper and putting the product directly on my eyelid. I tried to look at the box and the packaging to see if there was directions on how they recommend using it, but I didn't see any directions. Maybe I overlooked them on the package, not sure, but I'm just going with my gut instinct as to this is how I put this on. Now I'm gonna go in with my Milani palette and use these delicious glitters that have been just staring at me. Oh, they're so beautiful. And I'm starting off with a little bit just because I've never used this product before, so I really want to make sure I'm not overdoing it. So starting off with a little bit of glitter, making sure to stay in the lines of my concealer, and tapping it on a little at a time.
Maybe we'll be okay. I know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home.
Ooh, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. Now that one eye is done, I can just see it just gleaming in the light. I even would have loved like an even wider cut crease, but I'll keep that in mind for next time for myself.
And as you can see here, I wiped all the glitter and all of the product off of that topper before I go on to my next eye, just to have a clean slate. We don't have any glitter getting in a whole bunch of different areas. And oh yes, girl, if you're wondering, yes, I did my hair myself, actually off of another YouTube tutorial. I'll post the tutorial link in the description below if you guys are looking to see how to do these faux locks. Girl, I love them. Love, 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 love them. Alright y'all, so this is the final look. How do we like it? I think I like it. I think it is a nice club glam look. I would definitely wear this to a special event, an occasion, a performance. By the way, I do music. Check my music out on my channel. I definitely would wear this to like a formal engagement. New Year's Eve is coming up. Definitely would wear that to the club if it were open. Not saying I would go to the club right now. Don't want the Rona. But I definitely really like it. It reminds me of like those prom looks that I see usually around like the springtime. So I'm definitely proud of myself that I pulled this off. Now one thing I will be honest about is that the hard candy glue was super sticky and super stringy, so I would just be careful when using it. Don't use a lot, just use a little bit, dab it on your hand so you can like gauge how much you're actually getting. And also I will be honest, the glitter that I used from the Milani palette did get on my face. The cut crease that I attempted in doing when I was doing the rest of my face, putting my face up, doing my concealer and my contour and putting my face down, the hood of my eyes started to touch the top of my eye, of my eyelid. So I did have to go and take a makeup wipe that part off and literally reapply the eyeshadow onto it. And there is still little specks of glitter all over my face. I tried to like go through and get each one, but you know, glitter just spreads like STDs, man. But yeah, other than that, I think this is great. I think this is flawless, and I'm so glad that I could share it with you guys. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get it to monetization, y'all. So tired of working. Alright, I will see everybody next time. Have a great evening, morning, lunch, night, dinner, breakfast, whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you and love you dearly. All the best. I will see you later. Peace. See you soon.